Hey, it's Aurelius Chin here with a special presentation for you, and in this video I want to share with you how to make $200 plus per day buying and selling domain names. So this concept is nothing new. People have been doing it and it's been a profitable, proven method that's been working for years, and it works because domain names are like virtual real estate, and I'll explain more about that in detail. So basically what I'm going to go through in this presentation is I'm going to guide you on how this method is possible and how anyone can do it. Even if you're technically challenged, you don't need to worry about that because this concept doesn't require much technical skills. If you know how to email, if you know how to type, that's all you need to know. The hardest part is probably buying the domain name. That's all. So everything else is quite simple, and you'll see as I go through this presentation. Firstly, what is a domain name? A domain name is what you see when you type any domain name like www.google.com. That's a domain name right there. Quite self-explanatory there, but I just wanted to cover that just in case you don't know. Domain names are like real estate. When you buy a house, or if you're into properties and buying, just for investment, then you see the potential. You don't look at, what it's worth now. You can, you buy a cheap property for about 300,000 and you see the potential in its growth, and over a few years it grows to it appreciates in value to about 400 to 500,000. So the same thing goes with domain names. You need to see it as virtual real estate. That's the term we like to use. People are making a lot of money just doing this, and this is just one method in domain name buying and selling. The next thing is, how much can you actually make? Now it depends really. I've got to just tell you that it really depends on your time and dedication into actually putting this method into action. The $200 per day there's no guarantee with that. That's just potentially what you can earn. It really, like I said, it depends on how much time and dedication and effort you put in to actually taking this into action, because 90% of the time people buy a lot of books, a lot of guides, but they don't put it and implement it and utilize the actual concepts and methods that's taught in the book. That's why it really depends on how much time and effort you're going to put into it. So here's the $200 per day strategy. So the first thing I've got open is an app called Domain Name Analyzer. This tool basically searches for potential domain names that are available or not available. So you can search it in bulk instead of going to a domain registrar and searching for each domain name to see if it's available one by one. So that would take hours of your time. So instead of doing that, you can simply chuck in all the keywords and then do a quick search and see if it's available. So you can download Domain Name Analyzer, and it's free. To find Domain Name Analyzer, just do a quick search on Google for Domain Name Analyzer, and you'll see the first result here, Domain Name Analyzer, and you simply install it. Okay, so now I've got that covered. I want to show you how to use the piece of software. The first thing you want to do is open the app and go to From Keywords. When you click on From Keywords, you'll see a window like this that I have opened here. Now the two things that I need to point out in order for this method to work is, firstly, you need to enter the most common services in your area. So you've got three boxes here. You can enter the services on the second box here. So I've got services like real estate agents, dentists, florists, plumber, plumbing. So it's a good idea to also put the plurals with the S. So when you search for domain names, if let's say sydneymechanic.com is already taken, but Sydney Mechanics with an S isn't, then that's a potential domain name that you can buy right away. And with this tool, make sure if you have several words like this, real estate agents, make sure to remove the spaces so then you can do a proper search. And secondly, you need to make sure you enter high competition suburbs or areas. And it's best to work with your own area just to start off with, since you're probably more familiar with it. So I'm from Sydney, Australia, and I've put in some of the suburbs that are high in competition as in lots of retail stores, lots of services, people who need services like dentists, real estate agents, auto mechanics, tradesmen, things like that. I've just named a few here just to show you an example. So once you've listed the keywords down, if you look on the right here, make sure you check .com, and if you're from Australia, we're going to do a .com.au, because if the .com is taken, you can always register .com.au, which is just as valuable for local businesses. Once that's checked, I've checked both. I'm going to click OK, and now it's going to add the domain names here. So we're not done yet, it's basically just listed it here, and now you can search whether each of these domain names are taken or not. If they're not taken, then that's a potential domain name that you can register and sell to local businesses. What you want to do next is click on check all, and that will do a quick search for each domain name to see whether it's taken or not. And as you can see, bondirealestate.com.au is not available. BondiJunctionMechanics.com.au is available. See all these are all available. These are all money makers right here. I can guarantee you in a few years time these local businesses would want all these domain names, and you can charge anything you want. So let me show you a few more examples. So we've got available here BondiComputers.com. So if there's a local computer shop in Bondi, you could easily sell this domain name to that computer shop, and they'll be able to monetize this in any way they want. They can set up a web page. That's just a slice of it. I'm going to explain more in detail about this method and how their businesses can actually gain more customers by having these valuable domain names. So that's a quick overview on how to use Domain Name Analyzer. So once you've found a great domain name that you can easily sell, you need to register it. The way to register it is two ways. Firstly, you can go to GoDaddy.com for .com domains. So this is the most popular domain registrar out there, and you can register for about $10. If you're registering for a .com.au, you go to crazydomains.com.au, and they charge about $12 a year. So let me show you just quickly how to register a domain name. Let's just choose King's Cross Dentist for this example, and I'm going to just do a quick search there. It should be available, and as you can see, there's a tick there, which means it's available, and I can simply just add to cart and order it. Same with the crazydomains.com.au, except you put in the .com.au domain name here. So once you've actually purchased the domain name, what you want to do next is to use Yellow Pages or a classified ads site like Craigslist to search for potential buyers or businesses. I'm in yellowpages.com.au, the Australian version of Yellow Pages. So for example, I want to search for an accountant in Parramatta. Okay, right there, New South Wales. Find. They have a website already, and so you can easily contact them via email using going to the website using their contact form, or if they have an email address, just contact them directly. It's a good idea to actually have your own email address, so it looks more professional instead of having something like your name, at hotmail.com. Doesn't look as professional as having your own marketing firm.com.au, whatever it is. So that's just a quick pointer there. So all these accountants here that you see are basically located in Parramatta. 161 results there. So you can contact each of them quite easily. You don't need to actually phone them, so there's no cold calling here. So we're not finished yet. Once you've found some businesses you'll be contacting, you can then use a Google keyword suggestion tool to search for the number of searches per month. So if you're confused by now, I can understand, but I'm going to show you what I mean by this step here. So if you go to Google and then do a quick search for keyword, you'll see Google's keyword tool. You want to click on that, and this is basically a tool you can use to search for how many people are actually searching for the keyword or key phrase every month. In this example, we use Parramatta accountant, and then you want to choose a location. Obviously we're targeting Australia here, so I'm going to choose Australia from the list. and then put in the captcha here. Do a quick search, and as you can see, the keyword Parramatta accountant, you got to look for local searches per month, which is 720. This means that 720 people are searching for Parramatta accountant on Google. Or in other words, Parramatta accountant is getting searched 720 times per month. So do you see the potential now? I mean, 720 people are searching for an accountant in Parramatta. What kind of business wouldn't want that? So that's that step there. We're going to use it later when we contact them, just to show them proof that people are actually searching for that keyword there. So then you can shoot a quick email to Mr. Accountant, whoever it is. Don't be intimidated at this point, because I've provided a sample email that you can send. You can just copy and paste this, but of course it's better to just customize this yourself using your own words, rephrase it if you want. But this is basically the layout you can copy. Let me read this out to you. So it goes like this. Dear Sir, Madam, if you know their name, it's better to just put it in. So if their name's Patrick, then put in Dear Patrick. It just sounds more personal that way. And then the first sentence says, my name is John Doe, or you just replace this with your name. My name is John Doe, and I'm an online marketing specialist from Sydney, Australia. And then you say, I've analysed your website and have found a great domain name which could potentially attract more customers for you. And you can basically tell them what a domain name is, which is a www.yourdomainname.com. And next it says, I notice you are an accountant from Parramatta. I have a domain name available for you, which is www.parramattaaccountant.com. And according to the Google Stats tool, the keyword Parramatta accountant gets searched 720 times a month, as you can see from this screenshot. And then the screenshot picture goes here, which is what you're going to do. You're going to take a screenshot or screen dump of this screen here, so just to show them proof that, you know, this does get searched that many times. It just adds that much proof to it. And then you say that means approximately 720 people are searching for an accountant in Parramatta. And then you educate them a little, saying having the exact keywords in your domain is exactly what you want, because your website will be on the first page of Google when people search for Parramatta accountant. And next it says, I'm prepared to hand you this domain name today. Just reply to this email. I'm open to any offer you make. Now, the price is negotiable. Of course, not everyone wants to pay $200 for a domain name. You can set your own price, or they can set their own price. In the end, you've only paid $10 for a domain name. Even if you sell your domain name for $50, that's a $40 profit. And then the next line shows, however, I've contacted several other businesses, which you should do, in the Parramatta region, so it's a first come first served basis. Whoever makes an offer first can take advantage of the domain name. So this here is kind of like a psychological trigger where you tell them, or gives a bit of urgency to make them take action now. You know, if they wait around, you know, the domain name might be taken, you know, by tomorrow. So this gives them, you know, a reason to take action today or right now. And then you supply them with your mobile number or your phone number. You can contact me directly at whatever number it is. Okay, and so they can speak to you directly. If you don't want them to contact you on the phone, then you can just take that out, since you've already emailed him, so they can contact you via email. And you say, I appreciate your time. Yours sincerely, your name, you know, John Doe, director of the marketing company, and then your contact details again. And then you sign off and send the email. So you don't just send it to just one business. You're going to get more chances of selling the domain name when you contact more businesses. As you can see from the yellow pages, there's 161, you know, accountants in Parramatta which you can contact. So once they've sort of set a price or negotiated with you and said, yes, okay, I'll take the domain name, looks good, Mr. Accountant pays you, and then you transfer the domain name. And it's that simple. Ultimately, Mr. Accountant gets more clients and you make the easy mullah. And then you rinse and repeat. This is a powerful yet simple method of making money online. Like I said in the beginning, it really depends how much effort and dedication you're going to put in this method. There's no use just watching, you know, spending whatever 10 minutes watching this video and not taking action on it. So if you're going to do it now. Thanks for watching this video and I hope you enjoyed it.